Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited about this workshop, stress busting. I've noticed a lot of people are talking about stress, different types of stress, and especially around November, December, January. We have all this stress about the holidays and what to buy for whom and will they like it and what am I going to receive during the holidays, and then trying to keep everybody together during the family dinner and Christmas holidays, and the kids are going to be home, and it's just. And then come January, we've got all those credit card bills to pay, so there's a financial stress there. So starting from November, December, Jan, it's just such a stressful period for everybody, and especially for us moms, because we have to juggle work and kids and everything else. It gets too overwhelming. And I just thought this is such an important topic to talk about. And that's why I decided to offer this for free. Hello, everyone who's just joined us. I was just saying how important this workshop is, because I'm going to share quick, powerful, short techniques to help you get by this stressful period, which I said was mostly November, December, and January, because everybody's, yes, when you go into the malls, everybody's jolly and happy and everything, but that virus that's running at the back of our minds, like, just always at the edge of our seat, or feeling that fight or flight mode at all times. And then December is tough for everybody because the kids are home and you have to juggle work, and a lot going on. So I wanted to do this workshop for everyone out there who can benefit from it. Just short, powerful, quick tips on how you can just be in the moment, be aware, and use these tools. And I'll be teaching you 2 or 3 of them. Don't want to overwhelm you with too many. I'll be teaching you these, and then at that moment, just be aware of which one you want to apply and go on from there. Okay, so just a quick introduction of who I am. My name is Huma Heather. For those who know me, I'm a certified hypnotist, and I've been doing this for a good 4 years. I'm also trained in RTT, which is Rapid Transformation Therapy, and I'm trained in NLP, Mindscaping, and a lot of other techniques out there, which I love learning. And I incorporate whatever is needed at that moment when I'm in a session with a client, and we take it on from there. That's a little bit about me. I have 2 girls, 6 and 10, and just like many of you out there, juggling work and kids and clients and the darn cooking. That's my stressful period of the day. What do I cook? It's crazy. Okay, and just a little bit of background. I'm from Dubai. I was born and brought up there, and I've been in Canada for the last 10 years now. And I love it. I love Canada. I love Canadians. I love the people. I just love this place. My husband is an emotional energy healer as well. So sometimes we combine our modalities, and we offer a powerful breakthrough session for our clients too. So that's a little bit about him. By profession, he's a chartered accountant, but 2 years ago, his healing was calling on to him. So he quit his 9-to-5 corporate job just to do this full time. And he'll be joining us soon too. But before he joins us, I wanted to start with the stress busters. Okay, awesome. So before I get into the actual techniques and tips and tools, disclaimer, these are not to replace any medical treatment that you're going through. This is a good way of just being aware and calming the stress levels down. So if you are under care of a medical practitioner or medicines and everything, please continue to do so as you are doing it. Just before I get into it, can everybody see me and hear me okay? If you can just give me some sort of, if you're on Zoom, you can just type in the chat. And I can't see the chat. Okay, there we go. And on Facebook as well. And if you have any questions, just type them in and I'll try and get to it as soon as I can. So that's my chat. I can see you. Hi. And I'm also live on Facebook from my page, Healing. Oh, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, can you hear me now? Can you guys, okay, you can. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, so she's on Facebook now. So awesome. So if everybody can hear me and see me, I'd like to just dive into it. Okay, perfect. All right. Like I said, if you have any questions, you want to go through the technique with me again, that's fine. We'll do it again. I want you guys, because this is so easy and so amazing. It works for me. And also, it's not only a stress buster, by the way, guys. You can use this for cravings as well. And I'll get to it in a bit. All right. So the first one, I want to get into it. Before anything, I want to talk about something called the triple A. Triple A is the first A is awareness. The second A is acknowledgement. And the third one is articulate. So what you're really doing is being aware. Okay, you know what? I'm stressed right now. I'm in that fight flight mode. I'm sitting at the edge of the seat, and that happens to me most of the times. And I'm like, so being aware of the situation and taking control of your thoughts, really, right? So awareness. So you're like, okay, I'm stressed. What do I do? Rate yourself, because this is important, because you will know that it's working. So rate yourself from 1 to 10. Okay, where I'm stressed right now, and this is going to take a few seconds. I'm just explaining it, so it's, you think it's going to be a long process, but it's not. Being aware, okay, I'm stressed right now, and my body's just gone oomph, kind of thing, right? And you're like, okay, where's my stress level at from 1 to 10? Let's say it's an 11, okay? That's being aware. Then acknowledging it. You say, okay, you know what? I understand, and I acknowledge that I'm stressed. I'm stressed because of XYZ reason. I'm allowing myself to experience this. And the third is to articulate and say, okay, now that I'm aware and I've accepted that, yes, I am stressed, what do I do next? Articulate and say, okay, who has taught me these tips? Which one should I apply? Which one works for me? And then you go ahead and apply those tips. If you've read some other stress busting tools and tips, apply those. The point here is being aware and taking action. Okay, and you can do this in all areas of your life. If you're craving something, if you're craving those cookies or a bag of chips, question is, okay, I'm aware I'm craving this. Why am I craving this? Okay, I acknowledge it. I accept that I'm craving those cookies. Why am I craving those cookies? What can I do to bust those cravings? And you can apply this. What I'm about to teach you is called bilateral stimulation. You can apply this in cravings as well. But since we're talking about stress, I'm going to stress on stress. So use this tip. Now, this is really simple. Again, like I said, be aware. Okay, I'm stressed right now. Where is my stress levels at? From 1 to 10, say it's an 11. Okay. And what I want you to do in that moment is take a step back. First and foremost, breathe. I cannot emphasize how important it is to breathe. Just breathing alone helps you just calm down, because oxygen is so important, right? So take a deep breath in whenever you feel that, oh, the tension, your shoulders are like tight, your jawline is tight, and your whole body seems so tensed. Deep breath in and out. And you can do this with me right now. So take a deep, relaxing breath in and let go. Perfect. And you can just feel your shoulders go down. Your jawline is more relaxed. And your head suddenly starts to feel like, oh, okay, I can focus. Beautiful. Next thing, grab whatever's around you. So for me, I have my phone. If you have your water bottle, you have your bunch of keys, you have a pencil, you have a tissue box, whatever it is that's around you. I'm going to use my phone, because most of the time we have our phone next to us. And all you have to do, really, in this stressful situation, if you're craving something, is move this object, whatever you're holding, keys, phone, or whatever it is, from right to left hand. This is my right hand right now. So and make sure you're coming in between, midway your body, and you're not swinging it. You're just moving the object from one hand to the other. Simple. That's all you're doing. What is this doing for you? You're kind of distracting your brain and you're confusing it. And it's like, hey, stress, hold on. This lady is doing something different and I need to concentrate on this right now. Left hand, right hand, left hand. So we're stimulating the left hemisphere of the brain, the right hemisphere of the brain, and the mind is like, whoa, what's going on? Wait, stress levels, you gotta wait. I'm gonna deal with you in a bit. So you're distracting the mind to do something else, and you're breathing. Remember, midway, and you're breathing. Right? Yeah. Again, you're not swinging it. You're just moving it from one hand to the other. And do this till you feel a drop. You'll actually feel, you'll sense that a drop. So if you are, like I said, if you're 11 out of 10, let's say you go down to an 8. Okay, it's going down. Let's take a, just breathe again. Breathe out. Pick it up again. Do as many rounds as you need to. And you're focused on this, right? So now you're focusing, you're making sure you're not swinging it, and you're concentrating on moving the object from your right hand to left hand to right hand. And you're making sure it's coming right in the middle. So now your attention, you're diverting your mind to do something else. So now it's like, oh, hold on, and then stress is sort of coming down because your mind is doing something else now. And it's like, oh, okay. And then you keep doing this till you feel you're at a comfortable level. So if you're okay with a 7, 6, 5, you can stop right there. If you want to bring it down lower, continue doing these rounds. It's just that easy, and it works. I've tried this for my stress levels. I've tried this for my cravings, and it has worked. Okay. So again, stop when you're comfortable. If you want to bring it down to a 2, 1, that's up to you. Do as many cycles as you want till you feel that, okay, I can deal with this. So the thing about our mind is we are connected to the universal consciousness always, right? But because of our conscious, we're 10% conscious, we're 90% subconscious mind. And we are always using, obviously, our 10% to make our decisions and stuff. And when we get into that stress mode, we're just like, sort of like closed. But when you're relaxed, you get these ideas, your subconscious mind delivers these ideas to you. And it's just a matter of tapping into that. And how do you tap into that? When you're in a relaxed mode. So that's why when you meditate, or better yet, when you go to the washroom and you're relaxed, you get the best ideas there, don't you? So it's always a good idea to be relaxed when you are looking for a solution. So again, this brings you into that relaxed mode. And then you're like, you can actually think and focus. And you're like, okay, you know what? I can deal with this. Now you always have those two choices, right? You can continue worrying, stressing, and, going down that route and just tensing your body up and your mind, and you don't know what to do, and all the frustration comes out on our kids, our spouse, or partners, whoever's around you, and it's like boom, 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 because you don't know what to do, and that's how you lash out. Or you take the control and you do these tips, or you step back, you breathe, and you're like, you know what, I do have the control, I got this. And you step back and you relax, and when you're in that relaxed mode, you get all these answers. And you trust your subconscious mind to give you those creative answers, because everything we've heard, felt, seen, touched from conception till this very second is all stored in that treasure box. So you have the solutions in your mind. It's just a matter of tapping it. And by just being in that relaxed mode and saying, yeah, okay, I trust myself, and just listen to those answers. Or if you have time, if you're not in that stressful mode and you have some time and you want to find a solution for a problem or an answer, just sit down, breathe, go into this meditation state and ask yourself, and you will get the answers as long as you are listening to yourself. And so these are the solutions that I have, which one applies best at the given situation that I'm in right now. Okay, so that was bilateral stimulation. Again, just a recap, rate it first. Where's your stress level at? From 1 to 10, 1 being, I'm okay, 10 being like max. And then doing the bilateral stimulation, because you're stimulating both parts of your mind, right? And you can use a pencil. You can use your keys, whatever you have. This pencil is a powerful tool. I'm going to use it again and show you. That's one of my favorite tips. Perfect. So just a quick recap before I get into our second tip is, firstly, I was talking about the AAA, is being aware of your situation, being aware of your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, acknowledging them. Yes, I am angry, I am jealous of XYZ. When we are growing up, our parents tell us, don't be angry, don't be jealous, I'll give you something to cry about. Okay, fine. What do I do with those emotions? Because they do exist. And what happens is kids keep suppressing it. And then something small happens in their adult life and boom, it becomes a physical disorder, an illness. It becomes something emotional, mental. And it's just a down spiral from there. So awareness, and then acknowledge, yes, I agree, I am stressed, I am jealous of whatever, I am angry at XYZ, and then articulate, I am angry at XYZ because of so-and-so reason, and I allow myself to process this in a healthy manner, and whatever that healthy manner is for you, go ahead and do it. Don't punch anyone in the face though, okay? If I'm jealous of this person's whatever reasons, I acknowledge it, I understand, and this is how I want to deal with it. Okay, so because we're talking about stress, awareness of the stress, so rate it from 1 to 10, acknowledge it. Yes, I agree, I am stressed about so-and-so situation. Give yourself permission to feel it, and how do you want to deal with it then? So these tips that I'm giving you, perhaps, use them, or something you've read in the book, or meditate, go for a walk, whatever works for you. Okay, before I move on, does anyone have any questions? I'm just going to wait 2 minutes. Just going to check Facebook, if everything's okay here. We're good. Brilliant. And everyone can hear me okay? Does anyone have any questions about the bilateral stimulation? Good, you guys are awesome. Okay, so moving on to my favorite. It's called box breathing, and I've taught this to many, many of my clients. A lot of them have come back and said it has helped them in various situations, especially before a presentation, a public speaking, before a test. It has helped them. I actually, a potential client, I haven't worked with her yet, but I sent her this video of mine, which talks about box breathing. And she had a midterm, I think recently, and she said, oh my God, it helped me so much. I was so much more calmer than I usually am. And because you're calm, you're able to access that information that you already have. And she goes, my exam went perfect. Another client who I've worked with, and she's amazing. She also told me the same thing, she's applied box breathing so many times now that it's just so easy for her to get into that exam mode. And, she's given 2 back-to-back midterms and not worried about it at all. So this is awesome. Now it's called box breathing because literally you are visualizing a box. Okay, now initially when you start off using this, so I invite you to have something that's more rectangular or square. It can be a book. Right now I have a tissue box. It can even be your phone, right? I'm going to go through this with you, but what we're really doing is breathing in. We start with 4 counts. You breathe in for 4 counts. You hold for 4 counts. You release for 4 counts. And then you hold for 4 counts. Okay, I know some of you who are here have tried this. Okay, awesome. Okay, I've got some comments on Facebook. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay, so again, box breathing, I'm going to do this with you. So take a nice deep breath in, and you can start with 4 counts, 5 counts, 6 counts, whatever it is that works for you. I'm going to start with 4. Excuse me. Ready, guys? So take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Let go. Beautiful. Let's do this one more time. Okay. And you can, again, do as many cycles as you want. So take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe. Okay, how does everyone feel doing that? How does it feel? Box breathing. Easy? All good? Beautiful. It is easy. Yes, awesome. Let's do this one more time. Okay, and these are my favorite colors, by the way. If you come to my office, all my colors are teal and peacock, and most of my clients know that too. All right, so one more time, let's do this. Okay, breathing in. Let's do 5 counts this time. Okay, ready, guys? Okay, and breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe. And breathe. Okay, beautiful. So if you can just in the comments write down your experience with this, if you've already tried this before this live, I would really appreciate that. So anything that looks like a box, just initially when you start getting used to it, and then you don't even need the box. I know one of my clients are like, I don't need the box anymore because it's in my head now. I just visualize it in my head. Use your phone, breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, breathe out, hold, breathe out, breathe in. Okay, or you can even use a paper, anything that's squarish, rectangulish, whatever works for you. Just, or in your mind, just visualize that. Even I'm looking at my laptop screen right now, and you can even just visualize that. I mean, literally, you can use anything around you to make this work. But the point is making this work, being aware of it in the moment, stepping back, breathing, and say, okay, what am I going to apply? Which tip am I going to apply today? And just taking it on from there. A pillow. Yes, somebody just commented a pillow. Right, exactly. So you can even use a pillow to just breathe in. Okay, so someone's written, box breathing is what helped me get past panic attacks. The first step to getting brain back online. Okay, I love that. Thank you for sharing, Cheryl. Anybody else want to share? Okay, it's, oh, Himani, it's awesome. I've already tried this before. It's always awesome. Yes, it is. I love that, you've given it a go, and it's worked. It does work because you're breathing in and out. You're breathing in that oxygen. And again, your focus is on, oh, I have to do 4 counts, 5 counts, 6 counts. I have to hold. I have to breathe out. So again, your mind's like doing so many things that it not forgets, but it kind of puts that stress or whatever you're going through on a back burner. Say, wait. We need to deal with this one right now. This crazy lady is doing something right now. So we need to work on that later. And you can actually feel a drop down. Okay, Mehak, give it a go and let me know how you feel. Again, if you are, if you rate your level of whatever it is going on, your cravings, or if you're feeling anxious or you're stressed, and then you rate yourself again, when you have that measure, that number to measure by, it starts to like, oh, okay, yeah, it's working for me. And you bring it down. Sometimes people just need 1 round of it to bring it completely to where they're comfortable at, or sometimes they need 2-3 cycles, and that's okay. The more you practice it, the faster you're going to get to using it, and the faster results you're going to get. Again, this is not to replace your medications or if you're under a doctor's care. This is just to be in the moment and just taking yourself out of that crunchy, edge of the seat situation, and just pull yourself back and say, hey, I got this. I have the control. Okay, perfect. And the last one I want to do before, we have the 2 bonuses for everyone who's online right now. And one of them, shall I just reveal the bonuses? I don't know, Zishan, do you think I should reveal the bonuses now? My husband's here too. Okay, so the 2 bonuses I have for you wonderful people out here. Oh, and by the way, the weather in Canada here right now is crazy. I got 2 emails that they had to cancel 2 events, and I feel really bad for them. But because I was like, I'm doing it online and I don't have to cancel my event, I was really happy that I can actually, reach out to so many people all over the world. I know I have people from the UK as well. And I'm able to reach out to so many people doing this online. So yay for being here. I'm super excited. So the first bonus that I have for you guys who are here is a group healing. My husband's gonna facilitate that, so we can do that. And the second bonus for you wonderful people is I am going to send you all a stress busting audio. So it's a stress release audio. I'm not going to use the word bust because it's got that negative energy, but I use it in the thing, but that's okay. Stress release audio with my voice, of course, and it's going to be an amazing audio, and you can listen to it whenever you feel that, and you just want to relax, or you can just play it, not while driving, of course, but during bedtime or the first thing, you get up and you're like, okay, I need this today. Just play it, and we'll make it short so it's, it doesn't take up too much of your time. So those 2 bonuses are for you guys, because you guys are awesome. Awesome, Lisa. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to invite Zishan right now. Zishan Reza is my husband, and he's going to do a quick group healing. Do we have any questions? Oh, no. So I'm not sure how to say your name. Is it Shanita? Has asked, do we always do AAA before any of these processes? So AAA was awareness, acknowledge, articulate. You don't have to, but it's just giving yourself permission to accept your emotions and your thoughts, because sometimes we're like, we just shrug it off, right? But if you give yourself permission to say, you know what, it's okay to feel this way, because these emotions do exist and I'm okay to feel this way. Now that I'm feeling, and it just takes like a few seconds, right? Now that I am feeling this way, what do I do with it? How do I deal with it? What methods do I use to not feel this way, feel the opposite? If I'm feeling sad, how do I feel happy? Put on something peppy, or do, jump on the trampoline, or whatever works for you. If you are feeling stressed, like I said, these tips that I've given you, you can use one of them, or something that works for you that you've read before. Anything that works for you. Any other questions? I'm just gonna get Zishan here now. Oh, there's another question. I don't have this. I can't see this here. How would you use these techniques if you are talking face to face with someone who's stressing you out? Okay, you bite your tongue. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so the question is, if you are face to face with someone and they are stressing you out, how do you deal with that situation? Okay, so yes, of course, again, you acknowledge that this, and this person's stressing you out. What do you do? So once the conversation is over, you have to take yourself out of that situation. So you go, if it's at work, you go into the washroom. If it's at home with your spouse or partner, you have to take yourself out. The point is to take yourself out of that situation and then acknowledge it and say, okay, this person's really stressing me out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And while you're talking to that person, just breathe. And also look at where that person is at. See, I'm not saying that the person stressing you out is justified in their actions for whatever reasons they're stressing you out. However, there is something going on with them. So yes, empathize with them and say, you know what? And so here's the thing. It's a long conversation, but I'm just going to shorten it quickly and say, they are going through something as well. And that's why they're being the way they are. Now, letting them affect you at that very moment is giving them the control, the power to do so. Do you know what I'm saying? Does it make sense? So sort of feel for them and say, dude, I don't know what you're going through, but I'm sending you healing thoughts. I'm sending you love and light. I know it's difficult. I know that the person, you just want to punch him in the face sometimes, but obviously that's not possible. And please don't do that. But just you be the bigger person and say, okay, once this is done and I'm out of this, and whenever this conversation is over, just take yourself out and just breathe and do one of these techniques that I'm teaching you. But breathe, 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 and look at the person from a different perspective. It changes everything. Now, you, again, like I said, you have the choice. You can continue giving that person the power to make you feel negative in your body, that energy, that feeling, or you can just let go and say, you know what, this person probably will not change, but what I can change is how I react to this person. And you change that reaction and in whatever way works for you. For me, I actually start to think, oh my God, what is this person really going through right now? Because this is all coming out. They don't know how to deal with it. So it's coming out on me. So what's going on with this person? I want to help. But then there are some people that you just can't help. So you back out. And I know that sometimes you have to deal with the person again and again and again. And that's what I said. You just keep sending them that, I feel for you, and send them that love, send them that energy. Something shifts. And I've taught this to my clients, and something shifts in them because you shift your energy. And like I said, this is a topic, a big, long topic. And we can obviously do another workshop on it, and that'll be awesome. I hope I've answered your question. If not, you can always contact me from my page, Healing Life Hypnosis. If you have any questions, absolutely, that's where you'll find me. I'm going to invite Zishan now. to do a group healing session. And then after that, I'm going to teach you this really cool. So stay tuned. Really cool technique. It's my favorite. It's awesome. Are you bringing the chair? Okay, cool. So here is Zishan. Some of you already know him, Zishan Raza. He is emotional energy healer, and I'm going to let him talk.
Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us today. And I think you've had a lot of fun with what Huma has been sharing so far. There's some comments which are showing in some other Facebook pages because we have this going live on many pages right now. So we might not have been able to reply to you. So Huma will review them afterwards and reply to you as well. So what I wanted to share with you quickly is what I call a group healing. I did it recently in my group, Healing Through Feelings. By the way, if you're not a member of that group, please join in. And I got like such an amazing response. So Huma suggested that we do this today on this stress management workshop as well. So for this, you will need to have pen and paper with you. So if you don't have it, just I'll give you 30 seconds. Go quickly.
Go grab a pen and paper. Run. Yeah, no.
Quickly grab it. As Uma said, it's amazing weather outside right now. So
it's absolutely amazing.
We are so grateful that we have roof on our head and we are warm inside the house. No, we don't have to deal with all what's going on outside. So hopefully you have your pen and piece of paper with you. And what I want you to think about is when I say a word, so I'm going to ask you, as you feel comfortable, I would like you to sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes. And I will say a word for you. And when I say that, I want you to pay attention to the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. So since we are dealing with stress, can you please close your eyes now and just pay attention to what I'm about to say now. Frustration. Now, when I say the word frustration, what's the earliest memory that comes to your mind? Go as early as you can and just see what is it that's showing up for you. Where are you? Use all of your senses. Where are you right now? How old are you? Who is around you? What are you looking at? Who is talking to you? And what are they saying? Just pay attention to your surrounding. And now I want you to pay attention to what is going on in your mind. And not so much on what emotions you're feeling, but more about what is your mind telling you about that particular situation? What is it telling you about you? What are all the negative statements, negative thoughts that are showing up for you right now? Just pay attention to them. Keep your focus on that scene. Don't let your mind roam around. Just stay there and pay special attention to what are the thoughts showing up in your mind right now. And if you have 2 or 3 thoughts now that are showing up, open your eyes and on that piece of paper that you have, write those statements down. It could be something like, why did I end up in this situation? Why do I keep creating this? I hate these people. I can't control this, anything like this. I'm just giving examples. So any of those thoughts that showed up for you when you were in that experience, write them down. And as soon as you have written, close your eyes and go back to that scene. Put yourself back in that situation. And I know for some of you, it might be very emotional and I respect that, but it's important to identify those programs because we'll be removing them now. So just look around, being in that scene as if it's happening right now for you. Who's talking to you and what's playing in your mind. Pay attention to all the negative thoughts. And now if you have 2 or 3 more, open your eyes again, write them on the piece of paper. And now one last time, I want you to go back to that scene. And it might seem like that the thoughts are repeating, but it's okay. Just go back there, close your eyes, be in that scene and pay attention to what is your mind telling you, all the negative stuff, all the negative statements. And see what else comes up for you. You guys are doing really good. Okay, awesome. And now you can open your eyes and write down what else came up this time. And once you guys have written all the statements, just type in the chat box yes or something like done, something like that. Okay, I think most of you guys got it. Some of you are watching it on Facebook, so I'm just assuming everybody's done.
Yeah, just a few. Yes.
Yeah, good. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do clearing. I call it clearing because literally our mind has these negative programs, and so we are clearing those viruses. So I call it clearing. And there's a statement which is a blanket clearing statement. And I think Shanita has done this, and Amy has also done it with us before. But you know, there's always some stuff coming up. So our mind is like sometimes full of garbage, so much that we have to keep clearing. So this blanket clearing statement is what it's going to do is going to remove those programs that you have come up with. And since today we were focusing on the emotion of frustration, we're going to clear most of the emotions. The thing that you would notice if you just pay attention to the programs that you have written, that you would notice you say those things even today, even if it was something, a scene that came up when you were 6 or 10. But if you look at that statement, don't think about the story, remove your mind from the story, just look at the statement, you will notice that you say those statements even today, although it's been 30, 40 years since that scene happened for the first time for you. And it's such an amazing thing, because now you know that these are actually programs and they have been repeating, they've been creating different scenes for you, but your program is repeating itself over and over again until today. So how do you clear it? So I'm going to share the clearing statement with you, but before I share the statement, I'll share the process. The process is this: you take a long deep breath in, you hold it, and then the clearing statement that I will share with you, you say that clearing statement in your mind, and then you breathe out like that. So one more time, what you do is you take a long deep breath in, you hold it, and you say the clearing statement in your mind, and then you breathe out. Okay. So for those of you who are on Zoom, I'm going to type it in the chat box, the clearing statement, because then it will be in front of you. And those who are on Facebook and watching it elsewhere, I'll just say it out for you and you can write it down. So it's very simple. It's I release all the negative emotions and blocks with positive emotions with, and you stop here. And after this with, the second with, you will add your program. So let's say your program is I'm so stupid. So when you're releasing it, you will breathe in holding your breath, you will say, I release all negative emotions and all blocks with positive emotions with, I'm so stupid. And you breathe out. So hopefully it's easy and it's very quick. Okay. So now look at your programs that you wrote down. Look at all the negative thoughts that you wrote down while you were thinking about that scene, while you took yourself back and you were in that scene. And for each program, do the same thing. Take a long deep breath in, hold it, say, I release all negative emotions and all blocks with positive emotions with, and then you say the program.
This is all blocks.
So everybody clear on that? Thank you, Lisa.
Beautiful.
So I release all negative. So you take a long deep breath in. I release all negative emotions and all blocks with positive emotions with, and then say the program and then breathe out. And I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to go through all the programs that you have written. This clearing doesn't take too much time. And once you're done, as you are done, just type in the chat box, done, yes, or released. Actually say release. So, you know, it's a confirmation. Awesome.
So what really is happening is, as when you take a deep breath in and you hold, you're actually accessing your subconscious mind and you're releasing it from there. So it is that release that we're looking for. And again, when you go back to a scene, most of us will feel the emotions. Oh, I feel frustrated. I feel angry. I feel whatever it is. So we're not looking at the emotions. We are concentrating on the thoughts, because those thoughts are your beliefs, your thought patterns that you repeat in your life. So like Zishan said, I'm so stupid. It could have happened when you were 5 and you were at school and the teacher called you on the, the blackboard and said, solve 2 + 2 when you wrote 5, for example. It could be something small or something big. It doesn't matter. What matters is, what were the thoughts that were going on at that moment? Not feelings. Yeah, I was feeling embarrassed. I was feeling shitty. I felt stupid. No, but the thoughts. Oh, I am so dumb. I can't even get this. Everybody else is better than me. What happened? Sorry, we're just having a little bit of a technical issue. It's all good?
Can everybody still see us?
I don't know what happened. Stop participating. Yeah. Oh, okay, we're back. Okay, so Lisa's asking, did you want to answer that?
So you take the breathe in, hold, think the statement, and then, yeah. No, you don't have to say it out loud, because if you're holding your breath, it's difficult to say.
Yeah, so you're thinking it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, we're thinking the thoughts, the beliefs, what's going on in our head, not in our heart. Okay, so we're dealing with the programs that happened when you were 5 or 10, or even as of this morning, right? It could be as recent as that. So there's no right or wrong. Don't force yourself, oh, I have to go back to when I was younger. No, yeah. It's just whatever first thing that pops up when Zishan said the word frustration. Okay, I couldn't log on to Zoom this morning. I got frustrated, for example. I did. He did the thing for me, so I'm okay. But stuff like that. So don't force yourself to come up with something. There's no right or wrong answer. Whatever comes up for you first, and you can apply this, whenever you're feeling like something's not working out. Okay, what's going on? How am I feeling? The awareness, the acknowledgement is so important, and that is why I said you have to be aware and accept. Yes, I can feel this way, because these feelings do exist, and I can't just suppress them, because that is what's going to one day, boom, and create something that we don't want, create something negative in our life. So again, thoughts, we're dealing with thoughts, and then we say the release statement as Ishan's typed out. Can you say that again? I release
all negative emotions and all blocks with positive emotions with, and then the program.
And whatever the thought is, everyone's better than me. I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. why do I have to go through this? Whatever the programs that you've listed down, and write them down. Don't say, oh no, this is not relevant. No, everything that comes up in your mind is relevant to whatever that scene was.
And two things that I want to emphasize on. One is don't do generalization. So some people have the tendency when they're doing this kind of work, they say, okay, so I'll summarize what the statements are coming. No, don't do that, because you're working literally on the programs. You have to identify these specific statements that are coming in your mind. You have to write it down. Secondly, if your English is not your native language, and when you're growing up, it was some other language that you are used to, then sometimes the programs coming in that language, it's okay, write them in that language and then release them, because your mind is literally giving you here, clear all of these. And if you start doing, no, I'm going to summarize it, or I'm going to translate into English. Don't do any of that, because you're literally, it's like codes that are coming to you. Your mind is a computer and it's giving you the coding language. You have to pick it up and release it. And so after this, the next step, once you have cleared the negative programs, the next step is to replace that vacuum that you have created by removing the negative programs with positive programs. So, but before we go there, like Huma was saying, sometimes when you ask yourself, what's the first thing, what's the first memory that pops up, sometimes it could be something very recent history. And this happens only because you have a lot of layers of negative programs and thoughts and patterns. So your mind, when you command it, it gives you the latest one that you need to clear first. As you clear that, more stuff will start popping up for you. It happens for me all the time. Like sometimes I have dreams, or sometimes I would just be sitting and a thought would pop up. These are the negative thoughts. And then I would start clearing on them. So you have to do the work. But the more you're focused, and like Huma said, you're more aware, and you're not acting and reacting, but rather than paying attention to what's playing in your mind and then clearing on that, you will be feeling so much better. So to feel better, now we have to reinforce the positive ideas, right? So now I'm going to suggest some generalized programs, generalized positive statements that they may sound like affirmations, but like, remember, we are working with your subconscious mind right now. We are not doing affirmation in the way people generally do affirmation. We are literally accessing your subconscious mind. And this is how. When I say a positive statement, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take a long, deep breath in, say that statement in your mind, and then breathe out. And literally what you're doing is uninstalling the old negative program, which we just did, and installing a new positive program. So for example, if your program was, I'm stupid, you will say, I'm so smart. So if that resonates with you, take a long, deep breath in, hold it, and say, I'm so smart, and then breathe out. If the scene that came up felt like that you were not in control, you can say, I can deal with this. So take a long, deep breath in. I can deal with this. And then breathe out. I can find a solution. I've got this. Anything, all those programs that come up with you. I've dealt with this before. I can deal with this. I'm on top of things. Things are getting better and better every day. So take a long, deep breath in. Say, things are getting better and better every single day. And breathe out. I'm so happy. Say, I'm so happy. Breathe out. Take a deep breath and say, I know exactly where I'm going. Take a deep breath in, say, doors and opportunities are opening up for me. Take a deep breath in. I'm so grateful for all the blessings that I have. Take a breath in. Things are working out for me. Take a deep breath and say, I'm feeling so positive right now. You guys get the point? And do some more of this right now. I'll wait for you for a few minutes. Look at your programs, and the key is flip them into something different, which is positive. So let's say if the thing that came up for you was, I don't have money, because that's a big problem. I don't have money. So you don't come up with something that now I have money to pay off debts. No, you say something like this: I now have financial freedom. Breathe in. Money shows up for me easily and effortlessly. So you're not focusing on the problem in your positive statement. You're always focusing on the solution. You don't even want to mention the problem, because then your mind starts going back to the problem. So you're not focusing on the problem. You're not talking about the problem. And somebody told me that by doing this, are you not running away from the problem? Absolutely not. If you keep thinking about the problem, you create more of the problem. And that's the whole thing. So whatever, like Amy has shared some about love and joy, and that's, I'm feeling so joyful. I'm feeling so blissful. I'm feeling high in energy. I'm feeling so exciting. I'm so grateful for this day. All the statements, all the programs that you have written, which were negative, flip them and come up with positive statements and say them right now. Do it. Breathe in, say the positive statements, and breathe out. And I'm going to wait here for a few more seconds for you. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them. Yeah, I like that. Amy said, I trust the process of life. All is well in my life. Awesome.
Doors of opportunity are opening for me in my coaching business now.
So one thing, Lisa, I would suggest is when you are doing statements like this, keep them more journalized. So I know that you're working on growing your business, but I would say doors of opportunities are opening up for me every single day. And then,
various sources.
Yeah, because your mind is, because if your mind gets too focused on getting success in only one area, if anything else shows up, it's not going to look at that. But if you're open to, okay, I'm developing my coaching business, that's perfect. But maybe something else will show up. Maybe somebody will come with a business opportunity that you've never thought about for some skills that you already have. And it might show up, you never know, right? So when you're doing statements like this, just be open. So your goal at the end is, for example, financial freedom, or your goal at the end is health or an amazing relationship. So just talk about that, How it's going to show up is not your concern, in the sense that, yes, you have a method that you have designed, that this is how I want to go. But at the same time, you're open. I'm open for other ways to reaching the same goal. Yeah. So I'm okay. However it shows up, I'm okay with that.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions or comments or suggestions? Sometimes I have tears in my eyes while meditating. That's a release too, isn't it? Yeah.
So what I have noticed is when some people have that thing, I have the same experience. This is how I understand it. When you're shifting your energy and when you start vibrating at a different frequency, our bodies react to it in a certain way. And sometimes body react by an external sign. So I have a lot of tears coming out of my eyes, and this is not really crying or anything. It's basically I'm shifting my energy. I know that my energy is shifting. So that is awesome. And the other reason could be that you are actually so immersed in the experience when you're doing meditation that you literally disconnect from the environment, and those are tears of joy, like, bliss, which is being in the moment. You can experience the moment right here, right now.
There's a comment on Facebook.
Yep. So yeah, that Chanita, she made a really good point, and we get stuck in this idea that we are supposed to define life as it has been defined to us, and that's a big problem, because then we struggle because we don't really see life and situations in the same way that people have told us. And so yeah, exactly. So this is clarity. So what Chanita, people who are on Zoom probably are not able to see. Felt better for simply seeing things differently from others. It's a gift to be able to see things differently from others, because if everybody is seeing things in the same way and you are seeing it differently, you have a different way of looking at things. You can be so much more creative. But those ideas and those methods of thinking are almost often suppressed, especially when you're growing up, because our parents and grandparents just know that there is a certain way of being successful in life, and they feel, and I'm not saying anything bad about them, but they feel that that is the only way of doing things. And so when we are growing up and we challenge those things, they just say, no, don't talk to me like that. I know this is how it's done. I have led my life this way, and this is the only way of doing it. And so when we hear that a lot, we learn to suppress that way of thinking, but it doesn't take us anywhere. It kind of make us really unhappy as you grow up. And so this experience that Shanita just had, she said she just realized this also happens when you remove your negative thought programs. You get clarity because your mind is not bogged down by all the negative, stutter or stuff that is going on right now or all the time. So when there is less noise in your mind, you get more clarity, you get more ideas, you get inspired action.
Yeah. And what I like to say, and I tell this to all my clients, is, people say, oh, think outside the box. I said, take a hammer and smash the box, because there is no box. Sky is not the limit. We are limitless beings. So there is no box. Smash the damn box and just be free of your thinking. And again, awareness, right? Awareness of where you are at this moment in your life. And again, two choices. You can stay where you are. Weeks, months later, when you look back, you're exactly where you are, maybe worse, I don't know. But if you go on to the other path, yes, there will be struggles, because life happens. But this time, when you are going down that route, that other path that you've chosen, because you're changing your energy every day, every moment, you face those struggles with a smile, and you have so much more power over those hurdles and obstacles that you just go through them. And then when you look back now, weeks and months from now, and you turn around and you say, oh my God, how far have I come? Just by doing small things, not giant leaps. If that works for you, that's fine too. But most of us at least prefer baby steps. And those baby steps is what takes you closer towards your goals and gets you unstuck. Okay, I thought that was okay. Awesome. Thank you, Zishan. That was awesome. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. Thank you. And I am back. Okay. Awesome. And we've almost reached an hour, and I still have one more tip to share with you guys. A quick recap of what we discussed. So very quickly, the bilateral, so AAA, awareness, acknowledgement, articulate. If you have any questions on that, message me, please. Nothing so far yet, so that's awesome. Bilateral stimulation is just taking whatever you can find, a pencil, and just going as, sometimes I even have my water bottle next to me. Right now I have a mug, so I'm not going to use that because it's going to splash. Count his arm maybe. I don't want to risk it. Okay. Whatever you have, literally just bunch of keys. Or if you don't have anything, you can even use your hands. But I just prefer, sort of moving an object from one hand to the other. Just more focused on, I have to move this without dropping. I have to move this without dropping it. It has to be in the middle. Or you can just use your hands too. Right? Okay. Any questions on that? No, perfect. Okay. Right. And we did the box breathing, of course, which is awesome. And I somehow managed to lose my tissue box. But again, breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, release. Okay. Any questions on box breathing? I know most of you have tried it. No. Okay. My favorite and the easiest. Okay. So before I get to this, very quickly, so our mind does not know real from fake. And when I say that, if I just ask you to very quickly close your eyes and imagine a nice, big, fat, juicy lemon in your mouth, and you're, biting into it, and you can feel the juices, and immediately your mind starts to create more saliva to digest an imaginary lemon, and you start squinting your eyes because you can smell it, feel it, like right now. and just by imagining that lemon in your mouth, you know, your mind starts to work on digesting it immediately by creating more saliva and whatever it needs to do, and you start feeling like you actually have it. You can smell it, feel it, taste it. You can even feel the juices dripping down your hand, your wrist. And now if you open your eyes and you're like, oh, okay, there was no lemon, right? But your mind starts to work on it. So just like that, you take this beautiful pencil, make sure it's clean. And what you do is in the, you know, it's just like, I'm at work and this guy is driving me crazy. And all you have to do, and you can do this on your desk if you like, if you're bold enough to try this, or, you know, run to the washroom and just take this pencil, pen, whatever it is, just make sure it's clean. And all you have to do is just balance it in between your teeth. And it's going to look a little silly, but I think that's what makes it work too, right? So just hold it between your teeth and try to balance it. If you have a pencil right now or a pen, you can just go ahead and try this with me. Okay. Hi, Zishan staring at me right now. He's like, what the hell are you doing? Okay. So while you're trying to balance it, if you notice, you have this fake smile, right? Hi, I'm not smiling right now. Okay. And because it's a little silly, you do end up smiling. Okay. What does this do? So because you have this fake smile, you're trying to balance it between your teeth and you end up having this kind of look, your mind actually thinks that you're smiling, and it gets to work. Just like that lemon, it thinks you actually have a real lemon and it gets to work. It thinks you're smiling, and now when you're smiling, it has to release those happy chemicals, right? So that's what it does. It goes and says, hey, we need to release those happy chemicals because she's smiling. Now, I'm not really smiling when I'm trying to balance a, you know, a pencil between. And because it's a little silly, you do end up smiling, which is a bonus. So are you guys trying this with me? Just for a few seconds. I feel silly just doing it. And see, you start to laugh and you just, it changes. It's what's the word? You're changing from one state to the other, right? So you're like, in that moment, Amy's laughing. One chica says yes, and it works. So yeah, so just, you know, simple pencil and just make sure it's clean, or a pen or whatever, you know, whatever you can find that to balance between your teeth and have that fake smile, just to kind of fool your mind into thinking you're smiling. Or, you know, if you want to go the whole 9 yards, and if you have a place where you can just laugh, just simply laugh. You don't have to think of anything, but just go ha 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 and just laugh it out. I kid you not, it changes that state. It releases those happy chemicals. You don't need, okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but you don't need any external factors to change that shift, that state, because it's all inside of you. And once you realize that you have the control and you have the power, you can shift your thought patterns, your beliefs, your reactions, and how you feel by just being aware and using this pencil. So this is an amazing tool, guys. You can use this for bilateral stimulation as well. You can use this for the, you know, the pencil in your mouth, fooling your mind to think. Lisa says, I'm going to walk around the mall this way. And you know what? You're going to be spreading a lot of cheer. A lot of people will be smiling because of you. So you're going to be changing their state as well. So it's a win-win, isn't it? Yeah, just walk around with this. Huh. Okay. It isn't as easy, isn't it? You're trying to balance a pencil. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this workshop. I will send you the stress release audio. If you can leave your email address with me, I will send it via email, probably a Dropbox link, or I'll see how to go about doing it. But if you are interested in that audio, it's free. Please leave your email address. If you want to just inbox it to me, that's fine too. Any suggestions and comments on this workshop is appreciated. You have any questions before I sign off, please let me know. Humming changes moods. Yeah, whatever works for you. Humming changes moods. My little one loves to jump on the trampoline. Zishan loves to jump on the trampoline to just raise his vibrations and feel happy if something's stressing him out. Or we'll put up something, you know, a happy upbeat music just to bring up our energy. Some people find, you know, cooking relaxing. It helps them de-stress. That's not me, for sure. That stresses me out more. But there are different ways. You know, some people like to go for a walk while the weather is not in our favor to do that. But if that works for you, yeah, go ahead. You know, just like I said, being aware in the moment and saying, you know what, I have the control. I got this. Now, what is my plan of action? I'm aware, I've acknowledged, and now I'm taking action. What is the action I'm going to take? Am I going to do box breathing? Am I going to do the pencil in my mouth? Am I going to do the bilateral stimulation? Am I going to go for a walk? Or maybe I'll just take myself out of the situation and read some inspirational quotes on Google. I don't know. Whatever works for you. Everybody is different, and different is good because we bring in our own uniqueness to this world. It would be so boring if everybody was the same, and we don't want to be the same because we are different. We are unique in our own way. And this is what we bring to the universe, to the community, to everybody, our uniqueness, us being different, which is an awesome thing. And this is how we connect with everybody else, bringing in our own uniqueness. Okay. You are very welcome. Thank you. Yes, different tricks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So any questions? I'm going to give it a few minutes for the Facebook because there's a lag. Also, again, if you would like the audio, because it is a free bonus for everyone who's with us today. I'm okay. Who's this? Please leave your email with me. Just give me 1 second. I have a comment here that I want to see who did. I'm okay with being a dork. Lisa, okay, I missed that. You are not a dork. You are awesome. Okay. Thank you, Shanita. Okay. Thanks for offering. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, awesome, guys. Okay, so I will be doing more of these workshops. If you guys can like my page, Healing Life Hypnosis, I'll be posting more there. Sometimes my email goes in junk and spam, so please check that junk and spam by Monday. That's tomorrow. Okay, by tomorrow. Do you have anything? Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate you being here and joining us for this workshop. And that's all I have to say. So just join my page, Healing Life Hypnosis. You are very welcome, Jacqueline. I really enjoyed this hour that I've spent with you guys. I hope that this was useful and that you will use it. And again, if you have any questions, you want me to go through it with you again, one-on-one, I'm happy to do that. Again, just reach me out. Contact me through my Facebook page, Healing Life Hypnosis, and I'd be happy to run it with you, do it again with you. Okay, guys, take care. Have a wonderful rest of Sunday. The weather is crazy out here in Canada, but stay warm, stay safe. Don't go out if you don't need to. And I love you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Take care. Bye.